Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Finally got my audio cable set up so you can hear me. We are taxiing runway 19 right now. Wind is coming 17, 18-ish at 1-1, so that's perfect. My voice sounds a little rough right now. It's because allergies have been kicking my butt, and today is the first day that I can get back up in the air while passing the safe checklist. So we are going to go up. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about some of these updates that have been happening and what we actually ended up doing to the plane since I've been gone for about 5 to 6 months. So let me go ahead and get this run up done real quick, and then we'll go ahead and taxi out runway 19. We'll take off and we will start some discussions. Alright, for the run up, I know you guys don't usually see me use the checklist. I always cut that part out, but definitely always use the checklist to do the run up. Alright, let's go ahead and get it started. Brake set, fuel proper tank, 3/4 on the right, we'll use the right tank. Trim set for takeoff. Trim is now set for takeoff. Flight controls free. Flight controls are free and correct. Instruments are set. Alright, there's 1800. We'll do mag test. We'll go right mag first and then back to both. So right mag, carb heat checks, vacuum is in the green. Amps volts, we have positive voltage is in the green. Oil pressure is in the green. Oil temperature is in the green. Fuel pressure is in the green. And then we'll go throttle idle. Alright, perfect. And then back to 1000. Currently 512 and we're set for takeoff. Alright, Scholar traffic, Roman 89er, 68 Lima, taking runway 9 for departure. We'll be departing traffic pattern to the east, Scholar. Alright, we'll go ahead and line her up. And we will do a quick little guns check just to double verify everything is good. Perfect. Alright, ready for takeoff, let's go. Alright, we'll keep our foot on the brake just a little bit until our rudder can take over, which is usually at around 20 knots, 25 knots. Alright, airspeed is alive. Instruments are in the green. Coming on 60, 65, usually like to rotate around 70. And rotate. And we're off. Alright, and then climb speed for me is about 89 miles per hour. Golf course here on the left. Be flying over my mom's house on the way out. Getting about a good 750 feet per minute. Got up traffic, runway 89er, 68 Lima, turn across wind to runway 19. We'll be departing traffic pattern to the east. Scholar. Alright, always make sure you're still keeping the climb going. Perfect, climbing through 1,500. And you can see the airport right there that we just took off from. We're getting a lot of climb today. It is currently 83 degrees outside Fahrenheit, when it was just 50 something the other day. That's why my allergies are acting up, but it's all under control. And we're not going to climb too high today. We're going to stay at around 2,500 and just cruise out over here in the practice area, over the lake a little bit. All right, so let's talk, guys. Since the hail damage occurred last year, the insurance company cashed me out, like I said in the last video, and then I purchased her back. That process took about a month, and a couple of people came out, they came to look at it, and they wanted to basically steal her away from me. And I was like, nah, I'm not having it. So I bought her back, and then the annual came. Annual revealed just a couple of minor things. Overall, probably less than $1,000. But then cylinder 1 just has been giving me trouble ever since I purchased her. The original compressions when I purchased her were about 64/80, which not super bad, but you know, kind of questionable at the time. And then over time, it's just been gradually getting worse. And it got to the point where I was like, nah, I feel like we need to overhaul this cylinder. And if you guys know me, I'm very, very much about safety. So if one is gone bad, and the other ones were put on at the same exact time and none of them have been replaced since then, I'm going to do all 4 of them. So I ended up having all 4 overhauled here at the shop. Cost quite a bit of money, but you know, you can't put a price on safety at the end of the day. So right now, I think we are at 9 hours on these cylinders. So I'm still on the break-in period. We're still using mineral oil to try to get these the rings to seat. And I'm hoping I can get at least an hour, hour and a half in today to, you know, like I said, kind of break these cylinders in. And another thing that was found was an AD that was supposedly not complied with. Honestly, I don't remember. It was some metallic part that had to be replaced in the back of the engine. And it turns out that once my mechanic actually opened up the block in the back, it had already been complete. And that part itself was $750, which, you know, kind of made me mad because why can't you log it if you've already done it? So whoever did do that repair or that replacement should have logged it in the logbook, and there was no mention of it. Also ended up taking off a lot of the rusty parts. And I say rusty because this plane has actually been sitting for 7 years before I purchased it. The previous owner prior to me, or maybe even the owner before that, because the owner prior to me actually didn't have it too long. He just bought it and flipped it. But the owner that actually flew it prior to me did not do a lot of maintenance on it. He basically bought it just to say I have an airplane and then let it sit for 7 years. So knowing how that goes, we ended up basically tearing apart almost the entire plane, right? We ended up looking at all of the cables, lubricating the cables, you know, the normal things during annual, and checking for corrosion, which, by the way, there is zero. This plane is flawless and spotless as far as corrosion goes. It actually looks, if you open up this back panel here, like it was fresh out of the shop, fresh out of the factory, which I thought to be insane, being that it's a 74, you know what I mean? I learned a lot through the entire process, which is usually how it goes. If you guys remember any of my videos from when I had my 150 and we had to completely overhaul the engine in that, and I did a pilot assisted annual on that, or owner assisted annual, if you will. Yeah, I learned a lot from that as well. So, and I'll be honest with you, man, maintaining an aircraft, lots of work, because there's a lot of regulations that you have to follow. And unlike a car, you know, if your engine goes out in the air, you're not pulling over to the right? And before I forget to mention it, if you haven't done this yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button at the bottom. I have a lot of stuff coming up this year. A lot of the trips that we're going to take, and I say we because I'm planning on taking a lot of my friends with me this year. What's on the agenda right now, just off the top of my head, there's going to be Four Corners. That's over there on the west, so we will definitely do that. I want to do New Mexico again. I want to do Florida, obviously, maybe Pensacola, maybe I'm really on Destin, and I say that because of the experience I had just last time with all the racism.
I probably experienced more racism in the last 4 days than I have in my entire life out here.
But I might stop in Destin again just because of the beaches are beautiful. And probably Daytona again. I'm thinking Daytona. We want to do some jet skiing and some boating for sure. Some real Miami Vice type stuff out there. And then I want to go up to New York to slip in between that corridor that they have and get some amazing and beautiful shots that I can share with you guys. Other than that, I mean, there's a lot on the schedule. These are just the locations that I have on the top of my head. If you guys have any ideas, hit me on Instagram and share them with me. I usually disable my comments for YouTube videos just because people are ignorant. And yeah, just hit me on Instagram at Mr. Kevin Bibbs, and yeah, let's have a conversation. Let's chat about it. All right, now that we've got all of that clarified and discussed, what I want to do is I want to fly about 500 AGL over that lake right there just to get some really good shots for you guys, and then we'll take it back home. Oh man, guys, you cannot replicate this. This is, oh, like the view right now. No camera will ever do this justice. You have to be here physically to see this and enjoy the beauty of it.
Sweet like wine, got honey on her tongue. One hand on a bottle, she got one hand on a gun. She squeezed that trigger, you as good as done. I should be running from you, darling, now till kingdom come. 'Cause my
Scott traffic, Grumman 89er, 68 Lima is approximately 8 to the east. We'll enter a left 45 for runway 19, full stop, Skyler.
Some lessons hard for me to learn. Like good boys don't play with bad girls.
Alright, we're going to keep that off to our left wing here. Skyler traffic, Grumman 89er, 68 Lima, turn to left base, runway 19, full stop, Skyler.
But you do me so good. Friends call me a dummy, cause she taking all my money, but I make it rain like 24/7. If it mean a little time with you, break my heart and leave me hurt. The next one just gonna do me worse.
We are now on the base leg, which means that the runway is going to be to our left side. Still with one notch of flaps. I'm going to put in another notch of flaps on final. Scott traffic, Grumman 89er, 68 Lima, final runway 19, full stop, Skyler. The thing about Grummans is when you put that first notch of flaps in, it's not like a 150. This thing literally sinks. It wants to go down. Alright, checking notch flaps. 1, 2, 3. Alright, 2 notches of flaps, and I think we're going to land with 2. I'm happy with 2. And the wind doing wind things.
Cause my mother told me as a child, boy, don't play around with fire, cause you might just end up getting burned. And I know we can never rest, so I always try my best, but there's some lessons hard for me to learn. Like good boys don't play with bad.
Alright, runway's made 19. And we will pull power. And we will let her do the rest. She will come down when she comes down. Oh yeah. Perfect. That was smooth. That was butter. Excellent, guys. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and taxi back to the hangar. I'm glad you guys joined me for this one. Like I said earlier, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Till then.